and I'm here to spill the tea as to why Tyler West should be Game Master of the
Now, Tyler, I want to take a page out of the Caterpillar's book and say, who are you?
Well, my name is Tyler West, and I work with Trapdoor Escape Room in Bartonsville, as well as working at the Morristown location when we need more game masters over there.
Ooh, ambitious. And what do you do?
Some of my hobbies include kayaking and other types of water sport, as well as playing Dungeons & Dragons, making music, playing video games, and things like that.
Now, what do you remember?
Well, some of my code names here at our Poconos location have been West, just my last name because when I started here we had another Tyler, and since they were here first, I had to go by my last name. However, I was also known as the Cooler Tyler. Then, when they left us, I ended up becoming the last remaining Tyler. So, any other Tylers out there, watch out.
There will be blood!
One of the most memorable things that's happened to me while game mastering was actually in our Mad Hatter game. You should know that very well.
Yes!
I was doing a game for a honeymoon group. It was the husband and wife and a bunch of their friends. Normally in the beginning of the game, you have to wake up the Hatter before you free them from their straitjacket. So I was sitting there in my straitjacket waiting for them to say what they had to do to wake me up.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
In waiting for that, they happened to solve the puzzle to get the key for the straitjacket.
I don't remember this happening at all.
In a bit of quick thinking, I thought, maybe I'll just fall on the floor, and that's what jostles me awake, so I can then help them with the puzzles after. Basically just skipping that initial puzzle that is so easy for people to miss. Well, when I fell down, I didn't realize that they had left the lock hooked in the strap of my straitjacket. So as I was falling, the straitjacket extended because they were hanging onto it to try to keep me from falling on the floor. As I hit the ground, my arm came down, they had let go of the strap. As it slipped out of their hand, it slingshotted toward me with the lock attached to the strap and hit me directly in the eyebrow. That was the official moment that I had put my blood, sweat, and tears into that game. I had been bleeding during most of the game. I tried to excuse myself for a moment. They had no idea what had happened until the very end when I took the hat off and they realized that there was blood on my forehead. Nothing got on the costume, thank God, but that was definitely an experience that I will never forget.
Well, I don't forget it either. Well, what do you like most?
Now, my favorite phrase to say when I'm game mastering is probably when I bring them into one of our other rooms where I'm not playing the actor. I normally give them a bit of a briefing before the experience, just to give them any extra rules that we had added on later for that experience that aren't covered in the rules video, and also to give them some general notes. So one of these is, I am always watching you.
Really?
But not in a creepy Santa Claus way, in a very real way with the cameras located here, 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 and here, wherever they are in the experience. And anytime you can make eye contact with those cameras, I can see you too. Just to ensure you're following rules and to make sure you see if you need any hints. Now, usually when I say this, people get a little uncomfortable when I say I'm always watching them, but that's kind of the whole point of the Game Master position, to make sure that you're following the rules and to see what you are doing to know what to do in the next part.
Sure, that's why. What do you like? What things do you have?
Well, a must-have for me during my game mastering experience has got to be my phone. Not because I'm texting the entire time, but just to make sure that I have that timer set with a stopwatch on my phone, and also to make sure everybody else is doing well with their games throughout the day, because sometimes they might have questions about a game that they're in with the other game masters, so that I might be able to help them if there's something that I know where it is but nobody else does, or if it's something that I've had to fix before, I can help them do a quick fix in the middle of the game as well.
Yes. Now, people, who is your people?
My favorite customer has got to be Marsha Diedlin. She is an actress that actually came to our game with a couple of her friends while she was doing a movie shoot down in Bethlehem. they did our Boogeyman experience, which, as you may know, is a horror escape room where you are actively being hunted by the Boogeyman during this experience.
Oh, yes.
I was the game master for this. I was one of the only people here, so I had to be both Boogeyman and game master.
Usually
toward the end of the experience, you are supposed to save 3 children who have been
3 of
taken
them?
by the Boogeyman. That is the entire goal of the game. The children you find towards the end. At the end of this hall, I am sitting behind a door in a lab coat ready to bring them out of the experience. Well, I slammed the door open as they came out of this, as they came into the hallway, and Marsha was so scared she ran in the opposite direction. Then when I yelled, "Grab the kids, let's go, we need to get out of here," she turned around as fast as lightning and tried to sprint to me. In the meantime, she pulled her hamstring. She, believe it or not, was not mad at me for this. She thought it was hilarious. But afterwards, I was talking to them about the movie that she was doing and the things that they were doing, and I asked if they needed any extras. Without skipping a beat, she immediately got my information and shared it with the casting director, and I was able to be in that movie too.
Wonderful!
So that was just a really great experience, networking and making some friends in the industry as well. Myself being an actor as well.
Wonderful!
And because of pulling her hamstring, she actually ended up falling in front of everyone on the movie set, and she thought it was absolutely hilarious. So she immediately told me about it the first second she got it.
Now, when they want to hint,
I want to tell customers. So when people need a hint, usually if they're asking for a hint, I tell them at the very beginning, my name's Tyler, I'm your game master, so you can call, hey game master, hey Tyler, hey guy in the sky, whatever you want to do.
Sky guy!
Usually, people don't ask for hints too many times, so I don't make them work for it. But sometimes when people are asking for hint after hint after hint, one great thing that we have is TTS, text to speech. So we use the text to speech to type out something and it says it back to them in a robot voice. So I would literally say slow down when they ask for too many hints.
Now, I can get out of this jacket in 10 seconds. Can you?
Yes, I do play escape rooms. I have done 20 escape rooms in my life so far. I really enjoy them. Actually, in my last job, I would spend a lot of time babysitting the boss's son, and he loved escape rooms. He was 14, certified genius, pretty much. And he would always want to do escape rooms when we were on the road. So I and one of the other people in the group, we would go and take him to these escape rooms. And I don't think we as a group lost any escape room. And then the second I went out to do one with a different group, lost all of the first game that we did. So that was mostly him that was doing all of that work.
Well, of course.
But he actually made an escape room for us to play from scratch. Like he built it himself, he made puzzles on paper and things like that. It was just a really great experience with them.
Oh, well, what do you like most about being the Thing?
My favorite part about game mastering has got to be the people that I meet.
Really?
I always like to talk to the people in the experience, get to know them, especially when I am the actor in their game. If I'm playing the Mad Hatter,
faces.
as much of that, mainly just asking where they're from, things like that. But when we do our World of Z experience, which features a live actor in the experience for a 15-minute intermission, usually it's more than 15 minutes, people don't want to leave the wine. We have drinks and food that we provide for everyone during that intermission. And I usually, depending on what character I decide to play, I take a major interest in the group and I ask them questions. Instead of just telling stories and making it all about me, I like to make it about them. I like to ask them the first time they encountered a zombie, how they took care of that and things like that. And also just getting to know where they're from, what walk of life they're on. And it's just a really great experience, not only in just networking and things like that, but also to just experience how other people see the world. I think it's a really great time.
Yes, man of the people. What do you tell them?
If I could give one suggestion for my players, oh man, I'm going to take something out of Elvis's book and say stop, look, and listen.
That's my philosophy.
Seriously, when people go into an escape room, they go in and they expect to figure things out immediately. That's not how it is. You need to look around, take in all of your surroundings.
Yeah.
And if someone is giving a hint, you need to pay attention.
Of course.
Especially in the briefing, because sometimes in your briefing, they will have certain clues as to what to start with, or they will give you your end result, the thing that you need to work toward to win the game. We've had many groups come in that don't pay attention during their briefing, and they don't even know what they're looking for to complete their experience. They just think that they need to get out. That's not what our games are. Our games are completing a story. So people need to stop, look, and listen. Take in all of their surroundings, and make sure they pay attention when someone gives a hint.
I'm sorry, I completely stopped listening.
Now, as a closing remark, I just wanted to say thank you so much for nominating me for this. I really appreciate it. I would like to plug some of our new games. We actually just finished making We're All Mad Here, and that was an incredibly fun build. Largest game on the East Coast now, with 13 rooms involved, over 4,000 square feet, and there's a room on the ceiling. We spent a bit of time putting couches and carpets and things on the ceiling, and it was an incredible experience to build. And with all of that we put into it, we just want people to see it because we really enjoy how we put that together. And I just want to say thank you very much, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
Alas, poor Alphonse. I knew him well. I just wanted to say thank you for this nomination and your consideration, and I would like to invite you cordially to join me for tea sometime.